Knicks fall to the Clippers at home, 126-113. Dexter Henry joined by the Knicks beat reporter for the New York Post, my guy Stefan Bondy. And Steph, this was a game where the Knicks got off to a pretty good start, led 33-20 after one quarter, and then it all kind of fell apart. What went wrong for the Knicks here on Wednesday night?
Well, I mean, defensively in the third quarter, I think the Clippers, as Tyler Kolek acknowledged in this post-game locker room, they started attacking him. And he said he has to do a better job. I think defensively, they kind of let go of the rope, and it was just a snowball effect from actually started, as Tom Thibodeau pointed out, at the end of the second quarter. So, you know, it was the second night of a back-to-back, and I think they played like it.
They definitely played like it tonight and wasn't a good loss for the Knickerbockers at all. But one other thing of note in this game, we saw Cam Payne leave the game, did not return after halftime with an injury the Knicks are calling a right ankle sprain. He did not return to the game, as I mentioned. So now the Knicks already thin at point guard, Steph. No Jalen Brunson. Looks like there could be no Cam Payne for at least a little bit with this right ankle sprain. Tyler Kolek, who's played pretty well in terms of dishing the ball, but you just talked about how he was attacked on defense and hunted by the Clippers. Do you have major concerns for the Knicks with the lack of depth at point guard? We saw DeLon Wright get some time tonight. Are there major concerns for the Knicks with their lack of depth here at point guard?
You know, I wouldn't say major concerns. I will say this. He sprained his ankle in the first quarter, talking about Cam Payne, and he continued to play. So it wasn't a situation like Jalen Brunson where immediately the ankle blew up and he could barely walk. So I would think that's encouraging. We didn't get much of a medical update, per usual, from Tom Thibodeau. But, yeah, I mean, if you're now at the point where you don't have Jalen Brunson, you don't have Miles McBride, and if Cam Payne's not playing, you're going to have to go deep into your bench. Tyler Kolek's a rookie. He showed certainly flashes offensively with his playmaking and his facilitating and his floor generalship. But defensively, Tom Thibodeau is going to look for something else sometimes, and DeLon Wright kind of fits that bill as a defensive-minded presence. That's who he is. That's who he's been throughout his career. I think for as long as the Knicks have to deal with this configuration, they're going to just say next man up and go with it. We'll see.
Well, that's what we heard in the locker room. Next man up was the message from the Knicks regarding this injury concern. The Knicks now 10 games left in the season. They have a 3-game lead over Indiana for that third spot in the East. How important is it for the Knicks to try to hold on for this? There's some thought, especially from the fan base, that says, Steph, hey, maybe you should try to drop down to 4, want to avoid Boston in the second round. I think you and I know Tom Thibodeau is never going to think like that at all whatsoever. But what do you think the mindset of this team is about holding on to that third spot?
Well, you know, I think that they want to do it simply because, like you said, they want to be playing good basketball heading into the playoffs. And when you start playing that game of, well, we want this matchup in the second round, we don't really care so much about the first round, that's when you get in trouble. So I think that's their mindset now. Personally, I wouldn't think it'd be the worst thing in the world if they fell to fourth. I don't think it's going to happen because they have 3 games up and the tiebreaker on the Pacers, who just lost on a buzzer beater to LeBron James tonight. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I also don't think it'll be the worst thing in the world because Boston, to me, is still the clear number 1 in the NBA.
I would happen to agree to that. We'll see how things shake out for the Knicks. Next up, they go to Milwaukee, where they will face the Bucks, a team battling in for that top 5 to 6 positions in the Eastern Conference. We'll see how that all shakes out. He's Stefan Bondy. I'm Dexter Henry signing off from the Garden.